rolling. All right.
Oh, we're rolling now?
Yes.
I think
So we just finished our conversation cafe on the topic of
International development.
yes, and it went great. Riley, you wanna tell us
Yeah,
a point?
so we got in there and kind of noticed that after the introduction that we had an interesting composition of students that came and post-grads. So we had a couple undergrads, some who are kind of nearing the end of their program, a microbiologist, an economist, then some grad students, one person who hadn't even entered the MDP program yet. So it kind of like caused a really interesting discussion because everyone was coming from really different theoretical backgrounds.
Yeah. Caitlin, your thoughts on it?
Yeah, one of the things that we did today was that we were pretty flexible and adaptable when we kind of noticed what the flow and timing was going to be. So we decided after our map activity, which went really well because people got a chance to kind of understand where contexts were from and how people's experiences kind of were able to be brought to light of how they viewed international development. But we ended up cutting out one of our activities of establishing norms for our conversation, and Riley had mentioned with her discussion that a lot of times there were people that were kind of downgrading their experiences and their value that they bring to the conversation, and if we had established those norms we could have gone back to our list of norms to say every experience is valuable and every perspective that we have in this room is valuable.
Sarah?
All right, I would say something that was difficult for doing the conversation cafe, and I can probably speak for a couple of us, is suspending our judgment or wanting to speak when other people say things that maybe we know from our experience are not necessarily the way things have panned out in the past, or something that may not be factually correct, but just trying to understand what our role is to, if we can speak up and say something to that or if we shouldn't. So I think just trying to remain neutral was difficult, even though the topic wasn't extremely controversial.
Yeah, like taking off the teacher and grad student hat and just being like, don't always have to be right.
Yep.
You can just listen. That's fine too.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think one of the best things that came out of this was the different styles and techniques of facilitation that we had. Riley started off after Caitlin did the map and introduction activity. Riley got to really get them started in thinking and discussing and having them go around the table and share their ideas. And then I did the second half and we changed it up just a little. We gave them sticky notes on a topic that we weren't 100% sure they were going to understand. That way it kind of took the pressure away from not necessarily knowing the right answer. They changed sticky notes, and so somebody else read it for them, and that really kind of took a life of its own. It evolved into a much deeper conversation than we expected. The people were reading the sticky notes and then kind of giving their interpretation of it. So I think that part went really well and really unexpected. And then Sarah did a really great job to finish up by using the sticky notes on the wall and writing down exactly their thoughts and their final pieces that they wanted to share with the group. So I think overall our project went a lot better than we anticipated.
Yeah, it worked out really well. We had a great group. I feel we were super lucky because everyone was really respectful and contributed equally,
And new insights were found for a lot of the undergraduates.
Some brain explosions.
It was a good day.
Coin that term right now.
Any final thoughts? All right, great job. Go team.